Hello there, welcome back to my channel Juella, or if you're new here then welcome to my channel. As you can tell from the title, this is something a little bit different. I have done something very similar before, must have been nearly 2 years ago now, but this time it's got a slight edge and a slight twist on it. So last time when I did this, I aimed it with the kind of purpose of allowing other small YouTubers to join in and tag more YouTubers, and then you have the domino kind of snowball effect, just for a bit of fun. This time I would just basically say this is welcome to all, completely inclusive, YouTubers, subscribers, anybody, absolutely anybody can join in this. Me personally, I would love to read the comments of your answers of the 25 very random questions that I have made up. Now, I have literally thought up about 22 of them. 3 of them I got ideas from the internet from. Other than that, they are all my type of question. As you'll kind of tell, some of them are definitely aimed around beauty, obviously, because that's mainly what my channel's about, and some of them are just complete random and kind of facts and fun things. So I just thought it was something a little bit different to do, a little bit fun, takes a bit of time out from everything so serious in the world, and also hopefully injects that little bit of positivity too. I'm just going to point out I might have to edit this video because I've had a hideous cough for weeks now. I think it's hay fever, it's definitely not COVID. Either that or it's just like a summer flu, who knows. But yeah, I'm coughing an awful lot. I'm armed with a nice hot cup of tea here. Just going to show you I've got my hot cup of tea. I've literally just made it, so we hopes I can actually get it drank, because you know what I'm like. Yab yab yab, and I'll probably not drink me tea, so just bear with this, guys. So yeah, like I say, this is probably going to be edited. So like I say, this is about getting to know each other a little bit better. Some of us already know each other quite well and some of us don't, so I just thought it was something a little bit different, and yeah, just for fun, and why not. So I've got my questions written out here on this paper, so try not to overthink your answers. Absolutely anybody and everybody is welcome to join in. You can either do a video if you're a small YouTuber or a big YouTuber, whoever you're watching. You know, if you're a YouTuber, you're welcome to do a video and join in with the exact same questions. Or if you're just a subscriber and you just want to answer an occasional question, please pop it in the comments. I would love to read your answers. Or even if you want to answer every single question, I would absolutely be over the moon if you would do that. But you don't have to. There's zero pressure on anyone to do any of this. But I have spoke to a few people already and I know they're dead interested. So let's get started. 25 random questions devised by me, Juella. Anyway, first question. Serum or facial oil? Right, the answer to that is simple. For me, this is just my take. Everybody's answers is their own take on it. It's not right or wrong or anything. It's just your own take on stuff. For me, it's both. Daytime serum, nighttime facial oil. So if that helps, that's just what I kind of go by. Second question. You're stranded on a desert island for 1 month. You've got food and you've got water, but what skincare items and makeup items are in your bag? And you're allowed to pick 5 items. So after a little bit of thought, because like I say, don't overthink the answers, guys, just say what comes to mind. After a little bit of thought, SPF is an absolute must for your face and your body. You're stranded on a desert island, no one's going to see you, so I'm going to concentrate on skincare. So SPF skincare. Cleansing wipes, because you can use them to wipe your face and freshen your face up, and also your body as well to clean it. Moisturiser to keep your skin nicely moisturised on your face and probably on your body too. Tinted lip balm, because yeah, I like a little bit of colour on my lips, and also it's protection as well. So tinted lip balm and a mascara. I can't get away from my mascaras, guys. Without mascara I look kind of half dead. So yeah, I'll say mascara for my 5th item. So they are my 5 items that would be in my little toiletry bag if I was stranded for a month on a lovely desert island somewhere. Third question. What is your least favoured beauty product and why? Well, there's a close call for me here between 2 things. I can't stand getting salicylic acid products, as I've said before, purely because it's not applicable to my skin type. Salicylic acid is aimed at oily, congested, blemish prone and acne prone skin. I have got none of those things. So salicylic acid items, when I see them in beauty boxes that I get, I usually do a little eye roll. They're a really good product for oily skin, but if you haven't got oily skin, they do sometimes dry your skin. They're going to cause a little bit more harm than good. So yeah, salicylic acid's a big no-go for me. But also there's one other item that I had a horrible allergic reaction to, and I'm not the only one who has. It's by Glam Glow. I've had 3 items by them and I hated all of them. Hate's a strong word, but I really did hate them. This was a super mud little mask, and I only put it on my nose and on my cheeks. Anyway, I left it on for about 10 minutes and it was stinging like mad, and I thought, this must be normal. It means it's working and it's drawing the impurities out of my skin. How wrong was I? I had an allergic reaction. My face was bright red. I had like this lovely kind of mask bit over my nose and my cheeks. I looked like Batwoman. Anyway, yeah, I sent a few pictures to a few of my friends and they were like, yeah, you've had an allergic reaction. So that really wasn't fun. So least favoured beauty product, like I say, I'm allergic to the Glam Glow stuff, like many people I know are, but I'm not a fan of salicylic acid. Anyway, no right or wrong answers in this, guys. It's just what you personally, think. 4th question, what makes you cry? For me, animals. If I'm scrolling through social media and I see something pop up, like an article to read, and it's anything to do with a starving animal, cruelty to animals, or petitions to sign with cruelty to animals, or if there's like a TV show on or a film where the animal gets hurt or dies, I am a bag of tears. I'm a bucket of tears. Anything with humans dying on TV, doesn't affect us quite as much. But when an animal dies, or any cruelty to animals, anything that's just any sadness and sad posts about animals, I'm a quivering mess. So yeah, animals make me cry. 5th question, would people say you are talkative or quiet? Now that's a tough one for me. It's very 50-50. But in fairness, I would say I'm a fairly quiet person. I'm quite a private, quiet person. And my true friends know who they are because I'm very open with them and not quiet with them whatsoever. In fact, I'm a complete yabberbox, as everybody knows. But at the same time, I'm quiet. If I was amongst a big group of friends, I would be the friend sitting there pretty quietly most of the time. I'm a quiet little mouse. Honestly, no, seriously, I am. But yeah, I am a bit of a gobshite. My husband would say I'm a gobshite. He thinks I talk for England. He gets sick of like the sound of my voice. But I keep saying to him, one day, you'll miss the sound of my voice, so cherish it while I'm kind of speaking. But no, it's a tough one for me. It's very 50-50. Kind of talkative, but kind of quiet as well. Is that an answer? I don't know. So I'm going to say half and half to that one. But I'm certainly not a complete social butterfly. I'm quite shy. Anyway, next question. If you could change your first name, what would you change it to? Now, when I was at school, when I was younger, I hated my first name. My first name is Julie, for those of you who don't know. And I never really liked my name. My middle name's Diane. I didn't mind that quite as much. But yeah, I never liked my first name. I was at school in the era of everyone was called Gemma, Sarah, Claire, Lindsay, names like that, which are all nice names. But yeah, if I could change my name, looking back, I probably did want to change my name to something a little bit more trendy. But now, the only name I would change my name to is my channel name, Juella. There is a reason for that. It's got great deep sentiment for me. The J and the U is obviously my own initials for the beginning of the word Julie, but I do get called Jules mainly. And the Ella part is my dog Ella. Don't know if you can see her, she's on the bed behind us. I think the chair's blocking her. But my little dog's called Ella, so that's why the name Juella does mean something to me. Just for those of you who wondered, where did the name Juella come from? It's not just like a pretty name that I came up with. It's very sentimental to me, very close to my heart. It's me and my dog joined together forever. So if I could change my name, it would probably just be to Juella, which I might do one day. Wink. Anyway, no, that'll probably upset me mum. Anyway, right, next question. You're at a house party. Are you dancing like nobody is watching and knocking back the booze? or stood in the kitchen nibbling at the Pringles? Well, no word of a lie, I would be stood in the kitchen nibbling at the Pringles, but at the same time I'd be pouring other people drinks and watching them dance like nobody's watching and knocking back the shots. That is the kind of thing I would be doing. Not to say I wouldn't be getting involved with a little bit of a boogie, because I love music and I like a little bit of a dance, but I would be stood in the kitchen ultimately nibbling at the Pringles, having a little bit of a kind of shoulder shimmy, tapping the foot and nodding the head at certain tunes. That's probably all you'd catch me doing. You wouldn't catch us like completely going for it if a belter tune came on. You wouldn't catch me doing that. Even in the house when I'm on my own, sometimes when I'm doing the housework, that's permittable though. Anyway, so yeah, stood in the kitchen nibbling the Pringles. Next question. What was your first thought when you got up this morning? Well, today is Thursday, the 30th of June, the last day of June today. The first thought when I got up this morning was, I wonder what the pollen count's going to be, because it's been so high lately and my hay fever has been rotten. Hence I was saying you might have to bear with us, I might have to edit this video. So I'm armed with my cup of tea and I'm just going to have a little slurp, guys. So yeah, my first thought this morning was, I wonder what the pollen count's going to be, because my hay fever has been rife. I don't know about anyone else's, let me know how yours has been. Next question. 3 makeup items that you could not live without. Well, after much deliberation and cogitation, I think that has to be lipstick, mascara, and a dark brown kohl pencil. The dark brown kohl pencil because I could do my eyebrows with it, but I could also do a little bit of eyeliner to add my signature little flick. But yeah, they're the 3 items for me: lipstick, mascara, and a dark brown kohl pencil. Next question. Do you have a catchphrase? I don't know if I've got a catchphrase as such, but there's definitely little kind of words and sayings that I probably throw about more often than others. For me, I'm just going to put these 2 forward. Like seriously, I often say, don't I, in my videos, like seriously? Like, I always say that, like seriously. And also, sounding like a complete 1950s Beano battle axe, I'm telling you now, I'm telling you now. I often say, I'm telling you now. So yeah, I think I'll go with those 2 phrases, like seriously and I'm telling you now. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But yeah, I think those are my 2 phrases. If you have noticed when you've watched my videos me saying anything else quite repetitively, please let us know. But yeah, anyways, that's something else I say. Anyways, right, next question. 3 foods that you flat out refuse to eat. Okay, I've got this in the bag straight away. I knew exactly what 3 foods I was going to pick. Bamboo shoots, which are the flat rectangular things in Chinese cooking. Oh, the smell of them, the taste of them, they make us vomit. Whenever I've had Chinese food, I always say, if I'm unsure of what's in a dish, I always ask if they're in and I let them know I'm allergic to them. I'm not allergic to them, guys, but they do make us vomit. So maybe that is an allergy, I don't know. But they're just disgusting. I can't stand them. So yeah, bamboo shoots. Rice pudding. I can't stand rice pudding. Anything that's like, the texture. It's like frog spawn. Not that I've eaten that, but disgusting. Even thinking about it makes us want to yak. And trifle. I know that's going to be a bit Marmite with some people, isn't it? In fact, some people might pick Marmite. But no, yeah, trifle, can't stand it. Where you get custard where you can actually slice it rather than just eat it nice and soft and creamy. Ugh, absolutely disgusting. I get my husband trifles for Christmas, but I steer clear. I stick with Eton mess and cheesecake because I much prefer them. Like I say, trifle, I just cannot do it. Cannot do it whatsoever. So bamboo shoots, rice pudding and trifle. As you all know, I'm a total perfume addict. So the next question is, what are your top 5 scents? Now truthfully, I could pick 55 scents and I could still be sat here naming more to you that I really, really like. But I'm going to go with 5 scents that are no longer not discontinued. So basically scents that you can still get now. Otherwise, I could probably pick 5 scents that were discontinued and I'm going to be so devastated when I've got none of them left. In fact, 2 of these I haven't got anymore, so I'm not going to name them. So I'm going to go with 5 scents that are still kicking about and that you can still get in the shops and online. So I have really had to deliberate this one, guys, because as you know, I've got about 100 or more perfumes and I love them all. I really, really love them all. It was so hard to pick just 5, and I've been a little bit naughty actually because I've got more than 5. So Jo Malone, I absolutely love Jo Malone, but as you know, it's a layering type perfume. You can wear them on your own or you can wear them layered. So I'm just going to tell you a few of the Jo Malone ones that I like. And I'm not even going to class that as one. I just want to quickly go through a few Jo Malone perfumes that I really love. So I like the Lime Basil Mandarin, Pomegranate Noir, English Pear and Freesia. What's the other ones? Dark Amber and Ginger Lily, and Mimosa and Cardamom. Absolutely love those 5. I love more than that from Jo Malone, but they're my 5 Jo Malone ones that I love. But let's push the Jo Malone ones aside and go with high street style ones. So I'll say Versace Crystal Noir. I've worn it for years and I absolutely love it. Just Cavalli, as you know, I've just bought one from Savers. I've had it several times and it's beautiful. YSL L, a very different, unique type of smell and it's beautiful. Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, really, really like that one. The smell doesn't last as long as you think it should last for the price, but it's really, really pretty, really, really nice. And Molten Brown Heavenly Ginger Lily, really super nice and super expensive. But yeah, I was kind of toying with putting Tom Ford Velvet Orchid on there, but I was trying to weigh that up with me YSL L, and I think I prefer YSL L. And I'm not a complete kind of name snob when it comes to perfumes. If they still did a Kate Moss perfume, which is now discontinued, called Velvet Hour, I probably would have whacked that on there. So yeah, not a name snob whatsoever. I'll go with what I like the smell of. But like I say, I could name 55 perfumes and still be sat naming more. I've just named 10, including the Jo Malone ones, which is a little bit cheeky and a little bit naughty, but I just wanted to get them ones in there. So, next question. Swanky Holibobs in Marbella or Cottage in the countryside? This was a complete no-brainer for me, guys. Cottage in the countryside every single time. I am not one for sitting dolled up in the heat, melting like a waxwork in full coverage makeup, sitting there just trying to like look good and get a tan over their fake tan and the big blown up lips and the cheek implants and all that. No, not for me. Not my scene whatsoever. Even if I was somewhere a little bit more laid back in Marbella, it's still not my scene, guys. I've been there and done it with holidays in Spain, and I would much prefer a cottage in the countryside with a nice kind of overlooking nice fields with loads of animals in, nice hot tub in the back garden, just a nice chill out, relaxing, tranquil kind of place in the countryside. So yeah, cottage in the countryside every single time for me. Does this mean I'm judgmental on anyone who likes to go to Marbella? Absolutely not, because there are some beautiful places in Marbella. But in general, I would definitely choose the cottage in the countryside. Next question. What skincare routine do you swear by? Well, before I tell you that, I'm going to have to take another sip. So, well, I would love to sit here and tell you like a big long list of things that like you should do and that I do, but that would be lying, and I'm not going to lie. You've got to practice what you preach. So I am going to say a daily 5 that I like to do every single day. Cleanse, tone, serum, moisturize, eye cream. They're my daily 5, which I tend to do on a morning. I would love to say I do them on a night time as well, but I'm usually zombified from medication and usually can't function very well at night. So yeah, on a daytime, on a morning or whatever, they are my top 5 things that I swear by. Once a week, a sheet mask or a clay mask or whatever, any kind of face mask once a week, and exfoliate your skin on your face and your body once a week. That is what I personally swear by, and I do practice what I preach with that habit. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that one. I could sit here and say to you, oh, double cleanse, oh this, oh that, but no, I'd be telling a fib, and I'm not going to do that. So yeah, they're my 5 daily tips for you. Very simple. Cleanse, tone, serum, moisturize, eye cream. Simple as that. Perfect advice for anybody approaching their 40s, in my opinion. So it's all our own opinions, please remember that. It doesn't make anyone right or wrong. Next question, bar of chocolate or bowl of ice cream? Well, this again was a no-brainer. Bar of chocolate. And I'm partial to quite a few. I love Lindt white chocolate. In fact, I like all of Lindt's chocolate as well. I love a dime bar. I love a minty Aero. And I'm very partial to peanut M&Ms. And also any sweets, to be honest, like any sweeties. But yeah, that's just to name a few. So yeah, even though it's quite warm weather and a bowl of ice cream is quite nice and quite welcomed, I think I would still pick a bar of chocolate. Typical woman, see. Next question. Most underrated makeup or skincare brand in your opinion? I honestly couldn't choose just one, guys. I really couldn't. I think that there's a lot of affordable makeup brands out there which I really do think are decent. One of them being Makeup Revolution. Can be hit and miss with some products, but ultimately I think it's fantastic for the price. Elf Eyes Lips Face, I think they are fantastic for the price as well. Kiko, which I do buy online, again, really good price point, affordable and good products. I always wear the lipsticks, I love the lipsticks. And lastly, Catrice Cosmetics, which I've only recently been reintroduced to, but I think they're actually quite nice and super duper affordable. So when I say underrated, you don't have to name something that's really affordable, but I'm comparing it to some things like MAC, Too Faced, you know, things where I've got really good sort of slightly higher end brands, and I compare the two and I think, well, actually they're not any better than like the affordable ones in many ways, and in some cases the affordable ones are actually better. So that's why I think those few brands are the most underrated when it comes to makeup. But with skincare, I honestly don't think I could pick, because I do use some high-end skincare brands and I absolutely love them and favour them. So I'm not going to sit here and say that there's like loads of affordable skincare that's good. However, the Garnier Micellar Water, a couple of quid a bottle, it's absolutely fine. It's spot on, it's perfect. Next question. What are your favourite things to watch on TV? Oh my goodness, I could go on forever with this one. I watch a lot of Netflix, so if I just see something pop up and I think, oh, that looks quite good, I'll start to watch it. Last night and the night before we started to watch Man vs. Bee, which is Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean. A lot of the fundamentals from Mr. Bean in it. It was really good. Just short little 10-minute and 12-minute episodes, and I think there's 9 or 10 of them, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it, and I am going to watch it again. I like comedy, I like crime dramas, and I like documentaries. So comedy wise, Royal Family, Motherland, Not Going Out with Lee Mack, I do quite like that. I like some game shows like Would I Lie to You, things like that. Crime dramas, I like Line of Duty, and just anything that's kind of like one-off. There was one on Netflix the other day I watched called The Secret with James Nesbitt. That was really good, but it was based on a true story, so that was actually really sad, but it was actually really good. He's a fantastic actor, really good. And documentaries, Louis Theroux, absolutely love Louis Theroux. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of going to say that I currently watch. But when I go to bed on a night time, I've got my laptop on all night, and I go onto YouTube, believe it or not, YouTuber here, going onto YouTube all night, and I watch old reruns of like 70s and 80s TV shows, just things like George and Mildred. I know it sounds incredibly sad, but it helps me get to sleep. Not because it's boring, because it's comforting in the background to hear and watch. If all the Carry On films were on there, I'd be putting them on at night, but for some reason they're not available in our country, mostly on YouTube, and I only have one of them on my Apple box. So yeah, that's Carry On Screaming, which is also my husband's favourite, but I love Carry On Camping. Anyway, I'm getting into movies now, so I'm getting beyond the point, so I'm going to shut up about that one. So yeah, I watch a lot on Netflix, and I've already named a few. Sunday roast or slice of toast? Basically, guys, that just means, can you cook and do you enjoy cooking? Answer to that is simple for me. Sunday roast. I can cook and I super enjoy cooking. I love me day off cooking as well, mind, and sometimes I try to push me luck and get 2 days off cooking, but my husband's not usually a fan of 2 takeaways a week. Me, however, obviously I completely welcome it because it's been cooked for us, and a meal always tastes nicer if somebody else has cooked it for you. Or is it just me who feels that way? Because usually if I'm standing for ages slaving over the stove, and then you come to sit down to eat it, especially in this weather, it's really hot and clammy, you sit down and you're like, phew, and you're like taking your layers of clothes off, and you're sat there thinking, I'm too hot and knackered to eat it. But no, ultimately I do enjoy cooking. I get a lot of pleasure from it, and I think I'm quite a good cook. I do get told I'm quite a good cook. However, I do get told I'm a little heavy-handed with the garlic and the chilies. So yeah, you can imagine there's no vampires near me at night, because the amount of garlic I put in food is nobody's business. I put a hell of a lot in, but it's all good. Anyway, next question. If you could play any musical instrument completely flawlessly, what would it be? This was just a total no-brainer for me. I used to play the clarinet when I was at school. I didn't play it flawlessly, but I played it quite well, so I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say something I've never massively attempted to play, but I have played the keyboard and the organ before. But I would love to play the piano. If I could play the piano flawlessly and faultlessly, it's just, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to play. It's just fantastic. I would love to be able to play the piano. So that's my answer for that one. How tall are you? Well, drum roll. Brrr. Get ready for it, guys. I am the grand old height of 5'2". So yeah, I'm just little, guys. I'm just small. Obviously you can only see his sort of chest and shoulders up on camera, so you never know how tall we are sitting behind these cameras. But yeah, I'm just a little short arse. And now we're on to the final 5 questions. Fitness fanatic or couch potato? Well, I would love to sit here and tell you I was a fitness fanatic, but that would be a complete utter lie. So I'm going to be honest. I think I'm 70% couch potato, 30% active. I'm going to say active and not fitness fanatic, because I am not a fitness fanatic. I most definitely need to up my game when it comes to moving about, being active and being a little bit more fit, because I'm really quite sedentary, which is really not good for you. So I would say ultimately 70% couch potato, guys. I hate saying that, but it's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. At the end of the day, you can clearly see I'm not a fitness fanatic. I like me food, but food doesn't like me. Anyway, next question. Bad habits. Come on, we all have some, don't we? Well, I'm sure not everybody wants to bear all their bad habits like in public, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think everybody does the occasional bit of generic necessity nose picking. Come on, let's be honest, we'll all do it. I do use hankies as well, but sometimes you just get that little bit that you kind of need to just have a little bit of a scratch out with your finger. So yeah, a little bit of nose picking now and again, but I do wash my hands or wipe my fingers. I'm not a total scruff pot. Other things, I was really trying to rack my brain about this one, because I've probably got loads of bad habits and dirty habits, but then I was thinking, have I? Like, is that normal? But these 2 things I think people might go, ooh, at. So I'm going to tell you them. I often fall asleep with makeup on. Now, I don't wear a full face of full coverage makeup every day. I only normally put makeup on when I do these videos, which isn't every day of the week. It's like literally 2 days a week at the most. Every other time, like during the day, you'd be lucky if I've got lip balm, lipstick and a flick of mascara on and a bit of skincare. So it's not that bad. But I do often fall asleep with a full face of makeup on a night time, purely because medication that I'm on can kind of zombify me on a night, and I often fall asleep on the couch. I know it's no excuse. I could always take my makeup off at tea time, but yeah, I don't, and I really need to start doing that. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to be so good, because it's afternoon at the minute. I'm going to take my makeup off after I've had my dinner, or at least that's the plan. Wink wink. But yeah, I fall asleep with my makeup on. Pretty scruffy, yeah? Amazing that I haven't got loads of blemishes and breakouts. Another thing is I tend to take a drink to bed on a night time. Every night I take water or juice to bed, sometimes lemonade, just depends what I've got to drink. And during the day, as you know, when I'm pottering around like now, I bring a cup of tea upstairs. Now, this is something I've done since I was a teenager. I often leave dirty cups and glasses in my bedroom. They can stay there for days, they can even stay there for weeks. I know it's absolutely shameful. Not so much weeks now that I'm older, but normally a week. They can stay there for a week and then I take a week's worth downstairs. I know it's pretty scruffy, but they all get washed, and I am the dishwasher of the house, so they get washed thoroughly and they're absolutely fine. But yeah, I think that counts as my bad habits that I'm letting you in on. I bet you're thinking, oh god, Julie, I don't want a glass of juice at your house now. But no, I clean everything thoroughly and there's no mould growing on anything, and it's just generally water or juice. So, next question. Plastic fantastic or grow old gracefully? Well, if you know me well and you know my channel well and you watch what I say in my videos, you'll know the answer to this already. Grow old or older completely gracefully, guys. I am not in all the fillers, the Botox and all of that. If you want to do that, fair play, it's personal choice and I won't judge anyone. The only people that I might come across judgmental over is young girls having procedures like this, the aesthetic procedures, which I've talked about in a mask video, when they're getting their cheek fillers, their lip fillers and their Botox, and they're only like 20 in their 20s, and you're thinking, you're going to look 50 by the time you're 30, like seriously? See, there's one of my little sayings, my catchphrases, like seriously. But no, I know someone who is 27, started having aesthetic procedures at the age of 21, so just 6 years of it. She now looks 47 and she is 27. She's not a YouTuber, she doesn't do makeup or anything, it's just somebody that I know of. And honestly, bless her, she's self-admittedly saying, you know, that she really wishes she hadn't had things done, but all her friends were getting it done and she felt the need to kind of step up the game and do it as well, and totally regrets it now because looks really not that great. So yeah, grow old gracefully, guys, you know, concentrate on your skincare and yeah, grow old gracefully. Next question. We're on to the last two questions now. Seems like I've been talking for an hour, which I probably have. Spend for today or save for tomorrow? Absolutely simple answer here, guys. Spend for today every single time. YOLO. You only live once. Spend for today. At the end of the day, I think that's just me justifying the fact that I buy a lot of perfume all the time. But no, seriously, spend for today because tomorrow is not promised. That probably doesn't sound like the most grounded, solid advice I can give someone financially. And it really isn't, because look at my bank account and there's like nought in it. But spend for today, guys, because tomorrow isn't promised. It's as simple as that. That is my opinion. I'm probably going to split some people with that one, but that's absolutely fine because we're all different. Final question. This one I made up and I thought, oh, this is a good one. And then I started to think of so many answers, but I had to just have one. You can send one band, group or solo artist to the land of never existed. Who are you sending? Well, of course, I was sitting there thinking, no, no, no. And before I knew it, there was like 4 or 5 people, or bands or groups or whatever. Anyway, it came down to 2 for me, and I had to think, if these 2 people came up on the radio, which one could I tolerate the longest? And I knew which one instantly I could tolerate for a few seconds longer than the other. So, the one group that I am sending to the land of never existed, and some people are going to hate me for this, is UB40. Eek, yuck, can't stand them. Hate the music. My husband actually hates the music as well. Someone I know had them as their first wedding dance as well. But yeah, UB40. It was between them and Michael Bublé. Again, Michael Bublé, some of you might be thinking, really? Seriously, Julie? Like, he's lovely. But yeah, all his voice just, it grates on us. And all his songs sound the same to me. They're all just mush into one. So I'm not keen on the Bublé, but I'll let him live. I'll let him stay. But I'm definitely sending UB40 off to the land of never existed in a really super fast rocket off the go. So yeah, that is everything, guys. That is my 25 questions. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed devising it and actually taking part in doing it myself. I was going to name like 10 or 12 other small YouTubers to join in, but I'm just going to put it this way. Anybody who wants to join in, YouTubers, subscribers, anybody, please join in, share the questions, do slightly different questions, do a slightly different take on it, or do the exact same ones. It's up to yourself. But I would love to see people's answers in the comments, or if you're a YouTuber, I would love to see you do this video. I will link, and well, not link, but I will list all the questions in the description part of this video, so anyone can just copy and paste them so that they can do them themselves if you're a YouTuber. Or even if you just want to sit and read the questions and then obviously write your answers in the comment section on here, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's everything, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Just something a little bit different, injects a little bit of positivity, and yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. Like, seriously, I'm telling you now. See, there's me 2 catchphrases. Yeah, I'm gonna get going because I have got another video to do. But thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna finish my cup of tea now, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.